Good evening, colleagues. Welcome to this session where I will take you through the filing of the VAT return for those who understand taxes. VAT is a tax filed on a monthly basis. For Ugandans, it's by the 15th of the month after the month for which you are supposed to file for has ended. By the 15th of the following month, you're supposed to comply. So, how do we do this return? We have a system, a URA system we use, URA portal, and so what happens basically here is that I'll share my screen. So I'll log into one of my client's accounts, and I'll demonstrate with that. So put in the TIN number, tax identification number, and the password, and then you log in. If it freezes, you just tap the URL logo, and it will be refreshing. So just enter the unique letters, log in. So this is how the site appears. It asks you to amend your registration details, but that you can always skip, or you say yes in case some details have changed. So this is the general outlook of the portal. So I come to return, file a return. This column shows file return. So I come to monthly VAT return, and I select the period from this date selector. From, I select the previous month. I use this arrow to go back first, and then it will automatically fill the 31st of March on my behalf. So I will do that again. I'll go back. I put 1st March. It will automatically generate for me the beginning and the closing date. Please enter the sales made outside IFRS in sales section before submitting the return. So yes, there is also that part where you have some sales which have been made outside IFRS. So the system wants you to declare. So when I want to submit and I want to view, but in this case, I want to submit the return. So I'll go to next. So if you look at this taxpayer or this entity, everything is zero. So they don't have what? Liability of tax because these are pre-filled values. If you study this sheet, output VAT, adjustment to output VAT. Output means what you have sold. So there are different types of VAT liability here, zero rated, exempt, and withholding tax VAT liability. So they are those who withhold VAT. This entity is designated by URL. So I'll go to next sheet. So it shows me the summary of sales, and you see these values you can't edit them unless you have additional cells that were outside IFRS. There is this option of cells outside IFRS. You can add them there. But these pre-filled values come from the IFRS portal. Every month we issue the IFRS invoices. Have to make sure that they are correct because they will automatically be populated here in your VAT return. So I'll go to next. Purchases. You can see as well, you can't edit most of the things. Out of scope purchases are also here, they are provided for. And maybe the part you pay for some, you pay for some, you purchase some things across the border. and they are not entered on IFRS. These are also out of scope. Purchases, values entered in disputed purchases column reduce the net purchases. So this comes from the fact that some information has come from IFRS and from pre-filled values, then you are not agreeing to that. So it will be used to calculate the net purchases. And of course, the VAT input, the tax VAT input will be claimed there. So there are two methods here. In the next sheet, you have input tax. For this case, this client, I will still say they have zero everything for VAT for March, because they didn't issue an IFRS invoice, or rather they didn't make any sales. Then I go to VAT withholding tax credit. So you see all this is zero, but otherwise you would see normal or default method is selected because it is the method they use for apportioning VAT sales, rather VAT purchases input tax. Then I go to the next sheet, there is VAT withholding tax credit. And when I go to the tax summary and see the VAT, you are supposed to pay the principal tax penalty in case you file a return late. There is 200,000 per month. For each month you have defaulted. So for this client, I'm just going to go ahead and file because it's a nil return. So I'll show you in real time how this is going to show. So you enter these figures, and when you read tax summary, so there are all these sheets you navigate through, check through that you verify your information with what you have on the IFRS. In another video, I will show you how to download the IFRS file for you to check the amount of VAT, whether it is reflecting correctly in these pre-filled values. Because these are pre-filled values, the system was modified from around 2022, 2021 to be automated, to be integrated with the IFRS portal. And you can just, for VAT, it made VAT return filing very easier, but you have to just be careful because you need to confirm everything that it's correct. In case it's not correct, you can still submit your queries to the URA. So here, return history shows you just the previous returns you have filed that month, but in this case, you don't have. So I will just put here and submit. See, it shows the return application for 1st March submitted successfully. Click here to download the return acknowledgement form. So you can say print form. That is how it will look. But in another day, you can see the basis of accounting is invoice basis because VAT is charged per invoice. So on another day, you may not need to print the form because in this case, I've filed a return, and sometimes you may file a return with a tax liability. So it will definitely come with what? It will come with its form. They call it payment registration slip, which you're supposed to present to your bank to pay, or you can use it to make payment online using mobile money. Yes, so that is basically it. Thank you for following this video. Come back for more about filing and taxes.